Okay, and we're live. Let's make sure this is coming in okay. There we go, we're up. Okay, so I have oh, I got a message from somebody else. Well, anyways, we're programming right now. So today we are getting back into. We're gonna try to finish up. I want to get the vocations working on the sheet. So we are in our Fogent Roleplay character sheet repository here. Another thing, I am also leveraging Vim now, or the Vim extension, so Vim Motions in VS Code. So please bear with me. I am not good at the Vim stuff, but I want to get better. So I'm actually going to say also I'm using Vim, the Vim extension, or I'm learning, I guess. I'm learning the Vim extension for VS Code. So this is gonna be weird. Funny. Okay. Okay. So last we left off, we were making our way up from vocations up to character. We are really close. There are technically only there's only one file between us and character at this point, which will be it's going to be vocation list, which will be a list of vocations. So we are here, we're going to implement vocation here, and then we're going to implement vocation list, and then hopefully have that on character. So I'm really hoping to today have that. So we are going to not reinvent the wheel if we don't have to, but I do want to just see here. Oh, wrong one. I want to go to my Fallen character sheet. So this is our old one here. I want to look at how I did it over here. Let's see here. Let's take a peek. So I think... So we handled vocation in the old way. Let's see how we did it. So I will just start moving stuff over. That seems to make sense. And then we can just proceed from there. So let me get a sip of water here. My throat is dry. I'm just getting over being sick, so I'm finally starting to feel better. So the first thing that a vocation could do, and again, just because I feel like it helps me, and maybe if that one random person actually watches this video, maybe it'll help you. But what we're going to be doing is I am again rebuilding my character sheet for my TTRPG. I want this to be a website or web application that you can go on and have your character sheet. So if I do Codium, so looking at a character sheet here, right? We are doing this one little section down here. So these are for vocations and vocational skills. The cool thing is that they can have multiple of these, so they can have different vocations for different, like, their class and stuff. We are just trying to build this stuff here, and they could have, if I can find somebody who has multiple ones. I think she does. No, she might actually. Let's scroll up here. Yeah, so Noble Warrior and Felcaster. So basically, you know, it's you can have multiple of these. So that's what the vocation list is going to be. It's going to be a list of vocations. But anyway, so what can a vocation do? So just with the vocation, the first thing you can do is you can set the name. Oh, right, Vim. So I to insert, escape to normal mode, A to go there. Okay, so I can say set name of string. So we definitely want to let people set their name. We want to give them the ability to edit their stat. So they need the ability to edit a 0 to 4 stat. So we can say 0 to 4 message of 0 to 5. I guess it is 0 to 5 now, my bad. 0 to 5 message dot message. Then we can also here have toggle governing attribute. And actually this will be extremely similar, and I want to see actually if there's a way from a vocational or from a vocation skill to extract out this logic here where this governing attribute toggle, this UI could get reused. Oh, it could, it can and it can't. You could if you make this dispatch where you could pass down, but maybe that's overcomplicating it, so maybe we won't do that. So toggle governing attributes of attribute, and actually it'd just be toggle governing attribute because we don't only do one at a time, of attribute name. we need to, of course, bring in our attribute name. Open Fogent. Attribute name, which is very cool. Then we want to also snag in our, so the ability to set the name, to mess around with the level, to toggle its attribute. Now those seem to be all of the things we can do to the vocation stat at the top here. So like this stuff here, you can change the name, change these, and you can change this number here. We do also want the ability to calculate this dice pool, but we're going to leave it to the end. So the next thing we're going to do, we want to be able to insert. So we want to be able to insert a new skill. And actually, this is an interesting thing here. It can't just be insert. It can't just be insert because technically it can insert 3 different things. Or yeah. Well, so vocational skill list, this guy actually should handle the insert and the remove. Yeah, why would the vocation, shouldn't just be the vocational skill that's aware how to insert? I think that's right, because I'm looking at my old code over here. Insert. Yeah, I just don't understand why he's the one who's appending stuff into it. Like, shouldn't it be the list itself who's responsible? So that just seems kind of like a misstep there that I screwed up. So we're gonna go ahead here, snag this here. We are going to not have insert. Insert will be the responsibility of the folder of the guy below. So we'll remove, because again, let the list handle that, and that's where we do need to add, or we don't even need to, oh, you know what? I think I figured it out. Oh, yeah. The problem before was vocation. So I guess in my old project here, I'm looking, I didn't make the delineation between, I didn't make the vocational skill list here. So the logic that would have been here got moved up to vocation. So this makes sense why we're looking at some things and being like, hey, shouldn't that be responsibility of the guy below? So that's exactly why. So maybe we should actually go down there real quick and fix that. So we have modify at current position. We also want insert and remove. And now see, this is an interesting thing. There are technically 3 different things we can add in here. Because the vocation skill is going to either be a a vocation skill is either going to be a it has 3 different things it could be. So it could be a vocational skill, a weapon skill, or a magic skill, and it could be wrapped. and we want to decide when we insert it into the list which one of those is going to be. So we might want to have, because the insert will be different, the remove will all be the same, but insert might be different. So we might say insert, like insert vocational skill, insert insert vocational skill, insert weapon skill, insert magic skill. So then what we can do, and we'll just always push this down at the bottom, so we'll just say insert vocational skill is the easiest. So if you tell me to insert a vocational skill, then I'm going to list dot append, and I'm going to take the current model, and I'm going to pass in here a new thing. And so I need actually to have an init here, so I do need to have the init here for a vocational skill. So at least I have this here. So I do need to have an init here for, and actually, so really what I should do here is yeah, because what I'm envisioning in the UI is that you click on, I'm envisioning in the UI that at the bottom there's a plus and a minus symbol. And actually, to be honest, there'll probably a remove checkbox on each one of the different skills, that so you can remove that specific skill. So that's an idea. But as for adding them, at the bottom there's going to be a plus. When you click that, like right now, we'll make it really simple. We'll just have one plus button for vocational skills, one for weapon skills, and one for magic skills. And we'll just start right now with the vocational skills, then we'll come back down to fix this other stuff. So, but vocation skill here still needs to be able to give an init. And we do want to initial, and because the thing is, when we initialize a vocational skill, and that's actually kind of the beautiful thing about it. So the init of, so for instance, a weapon skill can only be the weapon classes that are actually defined. You can't have a weapon class, because like what these do is these weapon classes tie themselves to a weapon on within the database. And some stats on the database. So it has to have that information. Same thing for a magic skill. That's not necessarily true for a vocational skill. A vocational skill can be whatever somebody wants to make it as. So then for our vocational skill here, we will define an, oops, right, we're in Vim. Oh. We are going to do let init. And what we're going to provide here is we're going to do a vocational skill. So we're going to do a vocational skill. We're going to do a vocational skill, and this guy should have a, and we're going to do this at the bottom here just so we don't forget. Okay, and then we just want to make a vocational skill and a vocational skill. Oh, right. My key bindings don't work. So I think in order to go over here, I have to do this. Then, oh, no. I have to exit. Can I do Control-Shift-E to go over? What's the key binding do over here? Oh, it is Control-Shift-E. Control-Shift-E. There we go. And then I can Control-P. And then I want to go to my Fogent Roleplay lib here. So vocational skill, oh gosh dang it. A vocational skill is a skill and a attribute name set. Okay, so then we can go back over here to our vocation skill. So we can say our skill is equal to skill.init, and our governing attribute name. And what was governing attribute names? We're going to set this equal to empty list, because isn't that it's a set. Oh, okay, so it gotta be set empty. Okay. Okay. And now, why is this angry? Can I do hover? Control K, show focus. Control K. Control I. It does not know what a... Oh, because I can't type. Gov earn. No, are you still angry at me? It knows it's supposed to return a oh, but it needs to be a... It knows it's thinking right. Oh, I'm stupid. How do I do the thing where... Yeah, I can jump by line here. That's cool. So we can insert here. And we're going to go ahead and open up our vocational skill. Actually, no. Why am I doing this? Don't I have this already defined? I'm literally redefining it, so I'm being stupid. Okay. So then, let's try to do some cool Vim stuff. Can't I hit V and then just delete all that? That is pretty nice. I like that. So then here, we're going to go ahead and say just vocational skill dot init. Oops. Nice. So now that is our default. So it's just an empty skill essentially. And then what we can do, can I do Control Shift E, and then can I, oh, I can, that's awesome. I didn't know I could do this. This is super cool. And then if I enter on this, oh, that's so cool. I didn't even know I could do that. So let's see here. We're at vocational skill. I don't even need this. We can go up to our vocational skill list. So then when this guy appends, he just goes ahead and does vocational or vocation skill dot init. And you are angry because you are not a list. So I can do list dot singleton. Right? Incorrect, because I need to wrap it in parentheses, so at this point just put it in a list like this. Okay. Can't I just do list like add? List dot append concatenate. What does concatenate do? Returns a new list that contains the elements of each of the lists in order. Guess that just like squashes it. I want to see if there's one that's just like just adding something to the tail. Contains, count by, distinct. Insert at. I guess you could use insert at. But then you'd have to know how long the thing is. Maybe this is the easiest way. Yeah, okay, cool, whatever. We accept. Okay, cool. So now we can, and also, is there a way to come over here, like to navigate? I'm trying to not take my hands off the keyboard as much as possible nowadays. I'm trying to be better about it. I'm kind of horrible about it, to be honest. I use my mouse too much. So now we insert vocational skill. That's good. We want to tie this UI now, or tie this to our UI. So insert vocational, and it shouldn't be insert vocational skill. Does this still work? Nice. Insert vocation skill. So insert vocation. Oh no, that is. I actually don't want that. I want it to be vocational skill. Okay, so then what we're going to go ahead and do is tie this here to one of these buttons. So we can add a button here. It's not going to have insert. How do I do this thing where I go like word? Yeah, we can go word here. So we can say insert vocational skill. And then I can start using W here. I'm going to start being a Vim master. Okay, so we have that. So then that UI is working. We need to implement these other ones, but the nice thing is we're going to get these warnings here that we need to come back and implement these, which is perfection. We have our vocation here, so let's actually go ahead and do our vocation. So then we have these guys. We can say let init, and I think our init's going to be really simple. It's going to take in the name, and init here will help it out here. So just so I'm not crazy, it should have a name, a level, a dice pool, and that. Okay, so then we can say equal so we can insert a name. We can just do this empty here. As for the level here, we can just say equals, and now actually don't we have to go implement? No, we already do have 0 to 5. Nice. We can say 0 to 5 dot init, and hopefully I defined an init on that. Then we have the governing. Oh, did it have it there? Please autocomplete for me. Attribute names. And this is going to be equal to what? Oh, vocation has a name level. Vocational skill list. This is missing something. So we got to go over to the library here. Where is the vocation. So it should go name, governing, attribute names. Okay. Awesome. So now we have our attribute name set. We can go over here to vocation. And we can throw that guy in. So, oh no, now it accepts it. Okay, cool. And this guy, for his governing attribute names, he's going to have an empty set. So set.empty to initialize. And then he will also have a couple other things, if I'm not mistaken. Name, level, the dice pool, and the vocational skill list. Yeah, so we can do dice pool for sure here. So dice pool is just going to be equal to dice pool dot, and we need to open Fogent dot dice pool. And then for our vocational skill list here, we are going to give it the vocation skill list dot init. Okay, so you don't have an init, but you will in a second here. So then our init here is going to be, what is our init going to be? Our init is going to be I guess it would be an empty set to start with. Okay, so then we do not want this to be a empty boy. We do not want this to be an empty boy because this is not, I'm thinking wrong. Can I do delete till end of line? That's pretty clever. So then we're going to go ahead and say here instead, this would just be a empty list. And that fixes our vocation over here. So then our vocation init is satisfied with that. And now we need to do our update function. And I'm curious here. So set name is super easy. Oh, right, I don't even need to do that. Man, I love the way you can deconstruct an object in F#. It's so freaking handy. I love it. Okay, so set name's really easy. Then we want to give it the ability to send off its message to 0 to 5 message. This will come with a message, and this message will be, I think we just literally want to say model with level equal to 0 to 5 message dot update, and then we give it the message, which will be our message, and then we need to give it the model, which will be our model dot level. Pretty easy. And then here we have our toggle governing attribute. So this is pretty, and actually what we can do here, I believe under vocational skill, so this function here is actually pretty handy. So given the governing attribute names that currently exist, it goes ahead and it returns the new governing attribute name. So it like retoggles them. So this, we want this probably to get extracted here. Now how do I do this here? I can do, how do I how do you do, what's it called? Vim, how to copy. Y, so Y is yank, right? So I think what you can do, what's Control V do? So you can do V and snag all this, and then I can yank it. And then I can go over to the Fogent Roleplay lib here, and I want, where do I want to head? I want to head to the I want to go up to attributes. How do I go into here? We can do Control A. And then how do I paste? P? Nice. Let toggle attribute name set, and it's gonna take in the new, so it's gonna take in old governing attribute names and new governing attribute names. Okay, cool. And then now this guy can go here, so we have some fun stuff going here now. We do want to do visual. Can I, how do I, how to indent? So shift press to indent. Okay, so apparently I can just, oh, no, I wanted that. So apparently I can go up here, hit V, do the lines I want. Oh. So V, and then I can hit the arrow key here. That worked. But I want to do it multiple times. Oh, I can, okay, so hold on here. So I can actually, watch this. So I can do visual, boom, and then I can hit dot. That's pretty cool. Okay. I guess I should be using delete word. Oop. Undo. Delete word. And then I can just do old. So what this should be doing is taking in the new governing attribute name, checking, oh, and it is a name. So exists should take predicate and a set. So the set here would actually be old. So actually what I want here is to take the old set, old governing attribute names. It's going to throw it through here where it's going to check, hey, does the attribute name, does this attribute name match the new one? And this should be name, not names. And then underneath, so then if it did exist, then it should set the new. This is where we got to use that. How do I go backward? Oh, B, nice. So we can delete word, insert new. And why are you angry? You're a set of A, you're a new governing attribute name. And then you nice. So then we have toggle attribute name set. And what we can do with this is go over to our, the first place we'd be using this would be on our vocational skill. So we can go to our vocational skill, and then all of this can get deleted. So we can go visual, I can go end of layer, and then I can say delete. And then instead, I can just say toggle attribute name set and our model dot covering attribute names, and then we can do new attribute name. It does not understand here. Cool. So then what's cool about this is that we just extracted out that logic. We can then go over to our vocation. And then here, where we're about to do our new message, so 0 to 5 message is super simple, but toggle governing attribute, new attribute name, and he can literally just call toggle. And I believe he takes, oh, but hold on. He does need to model with attribute names. And I do need to set this to something. So we're going to set this to what? We're going to call our toggle function we just made. Doop-a-doo. Yeah, that'll do it. And we just give it our model dot governing attribute names, and then we give it new. And that looks pretty darn good to me. Bingo. Okay, so so I believe that is all good. Whew, okay, cool. So next we will commit built up vocation UI logic. How do I commit from here? Can I just like hit enter? No, I gotta actually click this, don't I? Nice. We still do want to go up to character here. So we are up in character now. Oh. And, oh, hold on. No. We still got a lot of work to do here. We need to build up our view function. We definitely want to do that. So let's do that. Let's say open fleas dot bullmon. We're taking a model and a dispatch. We're gonna do Bulma box. And the way we're gonna do it, so our top level UI, we can actually just steal what I had over here from my old code. Can just jam this sucker in here. So so for each of these columns here, so this first one is going to be see, this is where I'd actually like to extract out here from vocational skill and make this toggleable button. So this toggleable button does not need all this stuff. He only needs to dispatch one place. He does need the attribute names. And he only needs the model for 2 places. So if you just change it so the model doesn't have to be a vocational skill, because all we really need out of this is the governing attribute names, which is a set of attribute name. So then all these can get reduced down. Beautiful, it's pretty. It's beautiful and pretty. So then, of course, wherever this guy can get called can get a little pissed at me. Who calls you? Oh, I never even called it. That's so funny. Oh, that's my. Well, hey, good thing I did this then. So then we can take this, and in our column here, we can just jam this in. Which is going to take in our attribute name set. So we're going to say model dot governing attribute names. We're going to give it the dispatch, and we're going to give it the attribute name set. Which is going to be something where we have to pass this down. We have to pass this down in our view. There's no way around it. Because this is literally stuff in the UI that gets passed down to okay, and then so then the vocation here, he also needs to be aware of the attribute name set. Each one of these guys. Oh, no. Okay, now you're happy. And then over here. So then in our view here, attribute name set. Because basically it's just going to be a list that passes down, like it's just UI that literally we're going to pass down to our various views. Actually, could I just no, I can't call something above me. That'd be stupid. I have to pass it down. And then over here for this dispatch name, so this is our, so then what's really cool is that because we just did that, our vocational skill has on it this governing attribute toggle, so we can do do I need a special dot toggle and then the model dot and then dispatch. Hold on, why is it angry? Oh, do I have backwards? Dispatch comes next, gotcha. See, this is where I probably don't want to pass down dispatch. I probably, because this thing it's this dispatch function. Yeah, the problem is I can't do this, so I have to. I can just feed it a function that takes an attribute name, because where does dispatch get used? It only gets used in one place. So then dispatch here just needs to be a function called dispatch governing attribute toggle. And then I can use this here. So he just gets dispatch governing attributes. And then this gets passed to here. So then when I pass it into this dispatch, this guy actually needs to be dispatch pre-appended with so basically he's going to pass down a pre-hooked up function that's going to dispatch that message. This leaves this completely ambiguous, so it doesn't know what this is. It just knows that it takes an attribute name and returns unit. And then up here in vocation, when I call governing attribute toggle, I can just feed it here a function here And wha-bam. And I just reused that UI. Perfect. So then, for our Bulma column down here, so this is going to be our dice pool. So we have our dice pool. We just want to call dice pool to string on our model dot dice pool. And then here for our level, and actually we're going to reverse these. Oh, here I should be using what's it called? I should be using Vim. And that is my UI. Okay. Why is it not giving me that anything has changed? I'm scared. I think it's thinking right now. I definitely have changed some stuff, so I don't know why it's I don't know. Okay, well, we'll keep going. So then one layer up higher, we have character. So we will need something between character and vocation here. So we're gonna have to add a file. And we will call this vocation, or just vocation list. Okay, that is honestly something where like, I really wish they would make, honestly, this might be like my one contribution to F#. I might go and figure out why. Yeah, like, honestly, I might go and I actually might go and figure out why this does this. Because this is so annoying where you can't just drag and drop this where you want in the iNight thing here. Actually, I'm going to ask here. Let's see. Hold on. Let's... Okay, wait. This is the right place to ask this question. Does anyone know a better way to move a .fs file in the iNight VS Code? Without just hitting these up and down arrows. I gotta move down vocation list to almost the bottom. And hitting down arrow like 10 times is and I've just been hitting down arrow like 10 times. Okay, I just got helped. Hold on. Would be. Okay, cool. So we're gonna make a request to amplify F# to do the dragging of the inite file. Okay, anyways, back to the stream here. So what are we doing right now? We are clicking onto this. So we have, so what they just told me here, you can remove this file, but then we can go over here and do, so above this, you can do add file above, and then I can do vocation, vocation list .fs. Okay. Very cool. So, what are we doing? We are building up, hopefully, what will be the last piece of this vocation thing. This has been a journey to get up here, but we got there eventually. So then we're going to call this module vocation list. Oh, did my music run out? Okay, we do want to continue coding here though. I am getting distracted by Discord chat. Okay, so we want to definitely open up our vocation here. And we are going to want to also open up our attribute name because we're going to be passing down attributes in our view. So we're going to say open Fogent dot vocation, and we're going to say open Fogent roleplay dot attribute name. And then we're going to do type message here, and we're going to go ahead and just give it the good old-fashioned modify of modify of, it would be an integer, and we tuple it with a vocation dot message, and then we want to be able to insert and remove. So we can go insert. Actually, we can just insert, and we can do remove. So our init here is going to be we are going to do an what are we going to do here? We want this to be we do by default want at least one empty attribute that people can click into, so we are going to say a list of a vocation dot init. And then we are going to say let update. We can take in a message, we can take in a model, and match message with. So then the first thing we can handle is modify here, and we can just do, I really do, I was actually talking, it would be in the last stream, but I was talking with my friend, and he was positing that, you know, hey, this whole position thing you're doing here, it's nice, but what you could be doing instead, because position is like acting as your index into the list, you could just, because the index doesn't really have any meaning to it, like it doesn't have any game meaning, whereas if you use like a dictionary it would. So at some point there might be a refactor here where I convert a bunch of these things that are lists into dictionaries, which would be pretty cool. And then what would be nice about that is that people then couldn't they couldn't add value, they couldn't like add the same vocation twice, which actually, now that I think about it, is a really good idea. So like we're gonna do that at some point here. We're gonna do list.map, but I do just want to get something running so I can actually play with it. But I do actually agree with that at this point. Function I or index, and then we can take in the a vocation. Oh. Well, I'm stupid. If index equals position, then vocation dot update vocation. So we can give this a update, which will just be the message and the vocation. Does vocation not have update here? What? Did I misspell update? Problem solved. Whoa, ba, 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 ba. Whoa, Vim, please. Please, Vim. Please, Vim. Be gentle. Okay, so then we have modify. That just routes down to the bottom when we need to do something on the vocations. Then we can insert. So this is simply going to, it's gonna take list.append, and it's just going to append the model with a vocation.init. And then last but not least, we have remove. We can go ahead and give this a, an integer. So yeah, so this would be like remove at position. So it's gonna probably mimic mimic the modify one above. So we're gonna say model, and it's not really gonna be map I. Would it just be list.iter? Oh, no. Because it's a list, you can just do list.remove at, and then you give it the position, and you give it the list. Ta-da! And then we're going to implement the UI, right? Open Feliz, open Feliz.bulma. Okay. Let view, and then we're going to give it the model here, and we're going to give it the dispatch. Oh, and then we also have to give it the attribute name. What have I been calling it in all these that I've been passing it down through? Attribute name set. And then for the UI here, probably reuse a good chunk of this. Let's see. See if I can. God bless Bulma. So we got container here, vocations and vocational skills. We got the little checkbox to insert. We don't need a bunch of this crap now. So then our view here we'll need in the attribute name set. Looks good. We do not need this stringified vocation dice pool list because we're going to be passing down the calculate dice pool action. So then we don't need to map across two things, just one thing. And then we don't need this. Everyone's happy. Vocation list is working. Nice. So then hypothetically, we can finally get up to character here. And in character, So yeah, what does a character need to initialize? Attribute data. We should rename this. But we're also going to need here location list. Gotta go fix this now. Default attribute and core skill list. What is this doing? So this just creates a new one for each attribute and core skill. Got it. So this just needs to be a set then. Let's see if everybody's happy then. Attribute and core skill list, but here it has type. Okay. So, okay, whoa. Attribute and core skill list, but here it has a set of attribute and core skill list. Ah, yes. I don't think this is what I should do, but I'm gonna do it. Oh, sequence. Okay. Everything's happy now. Everything's happy. Okay. And so then those are gone, and then what's app angry about? It's angry about index, because index got swatched to the wrong position. Let's see, index. Oh, this comes in as the wrong thing now. Okay. Hold on, let's commit. Fixed a ton of stuff with location. Almost up and running. Okay, so I think what's going on here is that the data that's being collected over on the server is technically a list, and we need to pass it as a set. So we gotta go over, but hey, dude, we went all the way down our UI chain and just pulled all the way back up, and now we're up at index. Life's good. Ooh, Schmeagle. We got a pupper. You wanna get up here? Dude, his tail freaking hits thing. Can you hear that? Whack, 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 whack. Okay, his tail's whacking my desk. It's a weapon. Hello, sir. How was your day going? How was your day going? Mwah. the pup. Schmeagle, I'm just gonna make you my my mascot for this channel. I think I will. I think I will. Okay. Probably want to go over to server. So where this data is coming in, which should be magic skill data attribute. Where are we reading in the attribute names? Well, I know so like in order to do this, oh, it's literally right there. I'm just blind. So you are going to be, oh, well, so make Fogent roleplay data is grabbing this as a list, and we'd like it to be a set. Or no, I want to do set dot of list. And people are texting me. What's going on? Ooh, I'll have to watch that. It's a cool functional programming video. Why are you angry? Type mismatch, attribute name list, but given. Ah, yes. Now, shouldn't this just. It takes in a list and returns a set. This is a list of attribute name, though. So now somebody else is going to be angry. Because this gets used in string list to type map. So let's go fix this. This might be where I want to just remake this function, because hold on, where does this get referenced? String list to type map, but it really should be a string set to a type map, because by definition, if it's the same thing, then you're not defining different types. So really, this should be renamed to string set to type map. This will be now taking in a set, and then we do set.zip. probably in backwards. It should be list dot of set. You are still not angry. You are still angry with me. Why? What? The value constructor namespace or type of set of sequence. Does set not have... Can I just do... What was the original way I had it? Hold on. Because I'm pretty sure I can use sequence here to mimic the same behavior. So before I was just calling list.zip. What if I do sequence.zip? And then it just doesn't like to map of list, map of sequence. Okay, he's happy. Somebody else is going to be unhappy though. So then if I go back over to server, okay, so we gotta go fix these now. Which makes sense actually, like these damage types and things, they actually should be coming in as sets. String set to type map. So damage type here. Okay, we are going to fix this up there, though. We're going to have to clean this up, because a lot of these things actually should be sets coming in here, and the fact that they're lists is kind of stupid. Schmeagol, what are you doing? Okay, Schmeagol, I'm going to have to put you over here on the ground, because you are cutting off circulation in my thighs. Ugh. Okay. Who is angry? Index is angry still. Of course Index is gonna be angry. We gotta go over to shared. So the attribute name will actually be a set. Because then when it gets set over in server, it's not being sent over as a, and actually let's go back over to shared, where was shared. Where are my errors? In index, this needs to be a set.empty, and then I think we're good. I think it would run. Let's see if it runs. Probably will. Let's see our monstrosity that we've created. Let's see if my application is alive. Come on. Hey, it looks like we're up. Ooh, it's not there. Oh, of course it isn't there. We gotta go into character and add it. So now we can do this. This guy. And this guy does need to so our view here does need to pass down the the attribute set. So if I say attribute names name set. So we are going to slightly break things here for a second, but it's for the best. We have to do it. Okay, so he's gonna get angry. That's okay. He does not understand what he is. Because this guy's in the wrong indentation, so of course he wouldn't. And then vocation list message doesn't exist. Okay, and then the value constructor vocationless message is not defined. But he is angry. Successive patterns should be separated by spaces. Okay, we do have some more errors now. Because an index is supposed to be passing down. Whenever it calls the view here, it needs to call the data. So then, we do have our Fogent Roleplay data here. So the Fogent Roleplay data, whatever this default set is, why am I doing this? This is stupid. What the heck? Get rid of that. Oh, it's because I use it down here. Because I knit. Ah, I see. So actually, I was doing it right. Look at me. And then down here, we do not need the majority of this. But we do need model dot fallen dot. And then we can go at least over here to, this will be over here in shared. Okay, so now let's try this again. Oh, well, that doesn't look right. It does not appear that our init is in the correct order because it's not fetching the data correctly. So let's go back over to index. Because right now what's happening, I guarantee, is that the data coming in somehow got blocked. We do have this. Oh, well, we're getting somewhere. And I can't add any more of these. We'll figure it out in a second here. So, why would our data be not making its way across? Well, that makes sense. So character is, so we're never doing vocation here. Hold on. So hold on. That could definitely be something, but I don't know why it would have broken the other UI, which is a little bit concerning. Vocation. Let's see, vocation list message. So then we're just going to for right now we would just run this. So we would just say and then we got to give it a message here. Then we got to give it a model. So then we can say model dot oh, there we go. Nice. Look at this. That's not working because we haven't hooked up calculate dice pool. But I can remove these, and I can add more of them, and I can say like knight, and that works. Or I could do rogue. Nice. Oh, that's sick. Woo! Let's fucking go! Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Schmeagle, get up here. The second I make any noise, he thinks that, like, attention! Attention, hop up. Let me up. Ow, bro! We gotta cut your nails. They're sharp. What do you think? Whoa, bro. What do you think of my masterpiece? What do you think of my masterpiece, huh? Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Okay. Good dog. And then, so the UI on these for the adding here isn't working, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's commit this before I break it. Got everything to compile. So we are stable here. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, Schmeagle. That was hard, dude. That was hard. We had to work for that one. Don't you think? Oh my goodness gracious. Good doggy. Okay, so I'd like to figure out why we aren't seeing our lists down here. So if I go down here, we know that'll be on the list. Is it because we're not implementing certain things right now, so the UI is broken? Could totally be. So insert vocational skill list. Let's go look at the UI, because I know it's an empty list right now, but there also should be you should be able to see one thing there. So I'm kind of wondering why we can't see that right now. It's kind of strange. Kind of strange. I think what we're gonna do here, Schmeagle, I know you want to sit here, man, but you're kind of like heavy in a weird way. You're very dense. And your bony ass paws, ow, and your elbows are digging into my legs. Oh, okay. I'll let this injustice stand. For love. So it could just be that these ones up here are like, I don't know, maybe it's breaking this because these are here. We do need to make those work though, like, those aren't optional. Still nothing, huh? Do I need to... Because this should have an HTML button in it. This should have... Also, why is this doing this here? That's completely broken. At least that's working. Okay, I think I'm gonna take a break here and get some late lunch. Oh, it's almost already 5. Okay, yeah, we're gonna stop here. Ow, I know. We're gonna get some food, and then we will probably be back on this later. So, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. We actually got some. Oh wait, can you guys just want to check here? Yeah, my stream's behind, but so right now that's working. Oh, that's really cool. We're getting somewhere. What happens if you keep adding these? Oh God, we need to make it stack it if it does that. So but what's cool is you can delete these, can't you? Okay, cool. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace. Schmeagle, stop it! You're whacking my mouse hand, so I can't end the stream.